Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you're here with me this morning. I am the self professed skin tag queen, and my real crown is in the repair shop. I had a few stones fall out, so I had to go with a summertime theme this morning. So if you're hopping on and you think I'm kind of nuts wearing this, well, I'm the skin tag queen, and I want to show you how to all be a skin tag queen or king in your area. If you're someone who, say, has a skin classic and you treat skin tags and it's great, but maybe you want to be super, super busy, you want to see a lot more people, you want to be well known as royalty in your area and want to treat so many skin tags, well, I'm going to show you how to do this. You might be, say, a nurse looking to switch gears and get away from the bedside, and you want a side hustle, a really great gig. Well, treating skin tags and other imperfections is the perfect way to go. It's super easy to learn, and remuneration is terrific. But more importantly, you will make so many people happy, 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 happy people. So stay with me, and I'm going to show you how to actually do these imperfections. Also, I will show you how to market so that you will be the well-known authority on treating skin tags in your area without being a dermatologist. So actually, I'm going to take this off. Wow. Being a queen can be tough, so I don't want to make it any tougher. Anyway, so I'm going to get going with my slideshow. And okay, so hey, Jenny, you're in San Jose. Oh, you're at the Face and Body, I guess, is out there. Perfect, perfect. If you know of anybody out there, oh, thanks. Well, maybe I'll leave it on for a little while just because the late people might be getting in here. Although this one's a little tight on the head. Good morning, Deb. Thanks for that. So, if you are watching and you want to learn this and master how to actually be the skin tag queen or king, give me a thumbs up, a heart. Let me know where you're watching from. And Jenny, if anybody out there is looking for something like this, would you please let them send them my way, or even share this with them so that they may get interested in being a skin tag queen. Um, so, and I guess you all can hear me just real well. And Johanna, oh, awesome. Cindy, thank you. Texas, that's awesome. I love Texas. Okay, so let me get to this because it gets just a little lengthy, but I think it's super important. Let me get rid of this. And okay, so you want to be a skin tag queen. So what you really need to do is start drawing attention to yourself. I will show you how to do that, but let me just see if I could play this for just a little bit, because I am an attention seeker for sure. And so what I like to do is I'm going to play this. If it plays, I'm not sure. It might not. Um, anyway, so I do say that I am the skin tag queen. Of course I am. So here we go. Let me come down. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. These are the skin tags that we like to treat, right? So these skin tags are soft, pliable, floppable. We get them on the neck, we get them on the anywhere on the body. Actually, they lurk everywhere. So I'll show you exactly where they can lurk, but this is what we want to work with. These are skin tags. They're harmless. They grow in areas of friction, maybe where you sweat a lot. So this is what we're going to be on the lookout for in this particular training today. And I'm going to show you exactly what not to treat. So we don't want to confuse ourselves and just treat anything, or we need to distinguish things that aren't actually skin tags that we might think are skin tags. So let's quickly go over the difference between skin tags, moles, and warts. Moles and warts are something here in the United States that skincare professionals like estheticians, nurses should not be treating. Moles are deep and so are warts. So they're deeper into the dermis. We're working on the epidermis with these machines like the Skin Classic. So we don't want to go beyond our scope and go into areas we're not supposed to treat. So you can see that there are different reasons why we get skin tags, moles, or warts. The moles are genetic, and some of them are caused by sun damage, and warts are viral. So we don't want to treat those. Warts are contagious. The other two are not. So this is just a quick little overview, but I have ways that we can show you, and I'll get to that in just a second. These are different ways that we can actually treat skin tags. So it's not just the Skin Classic that treats skin tags. So let me shrink myself up here a little bit. Okay. So there are certain ways that other people treat skin tags, maybe with a plasma pen. Not my favorite, because when you treat with a plasma pen, it sparks. It smells like flesh. It's icky. There's no reason to do that. When you have a Skin Classic, they are silent. There is no smoke. There is no burning, no charring. It's a dehydration process. You can also use skin tag removers. You can get those at the pharmacy where you dab them on and they will irritate enough till they fall off. Some essential oils can do this. Maybe your dermatologist will freeze these. But you know, when you freeze anything on the body, it's not as precise as the Skin Classic. So you will also get a burn around the skin tag when you treat it. Also, there's those home remedies like a horsehair or even a piece of unwaxed dental floss you could tie around and take the blood supply away, but you can risk an infection because it takes a lot longer for it to fall off and they become irritated. So those are the kinds of things that you can treat skin tags with, but we have the Skin Classic. It is super easy. It is just a dream to treat with. But we also use this handy dandy DermLite. So you're going to see what the DermLite can do in this video, but I'm going to show you pictures of moles, warts, all that kind of thing, so that you know out there, if you're using a Skin Classic and want to get super busy, but sometimes you're a little held up on, man, is that a mole? Is that a wart? I don't know. I'm going to show you, and I have other trainings as well on my page here that you can go through and see that information. But I'm going to try to put this in a nutshell for those of you that want to be a skin tag queen. This is what the DermLite reveals to us. It reveals many different things like blood supply, how deep a tattoo is. We can quantify hair growth, and it's always included with your Skin Classic. Oh, Jay, Tiff, if you are in Singapore, I would be conducting your online training, and that would be with 4 to 5 models live in your chair via Facebook Messenger. Super easy to do, fun, and yes, I can get you tuned in like a top. And you'll be the skin tag queen over there in Singapore. Love it. Hey, Karen Martins from Dartmouth. I hope you're going to be at Nassin Pro in Boston. So those are the kinds of things that we can treat. We want to look at with our DermLite. The moles have little capillaries. That's a mole as well with a blood supply. That's just a clogged pore, but that's a fun photo from Patty Booth in Florida. So let me get to the next slide here. And if anybody has a question, please let me know. I'll get those answered in the side below. And okay, so if you guys want this slideshow, go ahead and in the comments, please put the word queen. I know we all want to be queens, so, and I know we want to be kings too, but the bot word today is Queen, and my nurse bot will get you this slideshow because there are lots of videos contained in here that we're not going to go through in its entirety. So I know you're going to want them if you want to be super busy treating skin tags. So this is a skin tag gone bad. For some reason, this one is a little twisted. It doesn't look right. So this is, again, something we're not going to treat. We don't ever treat things that are irritated, that have any kind of abnormal look to them. Yes, yes, that's great, you guys. And make sure you spell that right, Queen, or our automated system just doesn't quite get it all. So yes, Jay, if you like, I will get back with you and get you some more info. And let's see here. Okay, so we don't treat these. So if you come across something that looks like this, obviously, I would want to send this out to a physician so that they could either treat it or relieve the client of any worry. So here is a wart. Okay, so we're not treating warts, but this is what a wart looks like close up. It's really a filiform wart. You can tell by the little projections that are there. And it's so bright white, but so are some keratosis, right? So you want to make sure that you're making that differential, but you're going to do it with this, with the DermLite. And this is also what I'm going to take this off. Ah, yikes. It's tough being a queen. So this is also a wart. As you can see, those little white stand up, and there's also little blood supplies. You're going to see in the next slide or two how they even look a little bit different. And there's a common wart on the hand through the DermLite, and they have the little speckles. You can see them throughout and more concentrated. So, and the reason we don't want to treat these, and I know there are some of you from the UK who I have trained with over there, and you guys treat warts. I know that. And yes, the Skin Classic would treat them, but we're not allowed to here in the United States. But if you want to do that over in the UK, you have at it, and the gals have very great success. However, it is super painful to treat. So you do have to have a very good numbing to actually take care of these warts. But yes, my comrades over there in the UK do use their tag probe and go at these warts very easily. That's also another one through the DermLite. It's a filiform wart, and you can actually see those projectiles. So it looks much different than what a keratosis looks like, and we all know what they look like. Here's a mole. We commonly see these, say, on the side of the nose, and sometimes we might mistake these for a clogged pore. The client might even say, oh, I squeeze it and I get a little bit of sebum out of it. Well, our pores are filled with sebum, and so you could squeeze your pores and probably get a little bit of sebum out of it. But you really need to look at it with the DermLite to make sure that it does not have these little those little red squiggles in there in order to treat it very confidently. So, okay, great, you guys. So yes, awesome. Okay, so let me get back to this because I know you all are busy. So when you're treating skin tags, what you're going to do, and if you are a Skin Classic provider, you probably know this, but if you're just hopping on and, hey, you don't even know who I am. I'm Stephanie Halvik. I'm a registered nurse, owner of RN Faces and the Skin Classic with the DermLite. And I want to show you how to become that skin tag queen in your area. But you're going to have to know how to price your treatments. So I think a very fair price is $25 per imperfection. That means if you have 4 skin tags, your client will pay you $100 in order to have those skin tags treated. And that is a very fair price. If your clients have a lot of skin tags, you're going to charge anywhere from $100 to $300 to $400. And that may be only per area. They may be covered in them. And you're going to see how I go about showing you how I do my consultation, pick out the irregularities, and put a price tag on it. It's very important to do that. And here we are. So I'm going to play this video for you and kind of go along. You can see that this nice client has a lot of skin tags on her neck. And I know she called me and she said, gosh, I have so many skin tags on my neck. But as the skin tag queen, you are going to take care of their irregularities from here all the way to here. And this is how you're going to do it. Let me see if that's going to play. I will get it to play. Hang on just a second. Okay. Share this. Sorry. Okay, so here we go. Let me show this in here. Had a little bit of an internet glitch there. Okay, so Erin, thank you, thank you. So, okay, so when I'm doing an assessment, I always start at the forehead. I go through with my Q-tip and I'm pointing out things that I can treat and things I can't treat. She had a deeper capillary there, and I didn't want to treat it. So I told her I wouldn't be treating that. I look over her nose. I look over every part. She had a couple capillaries in there. And then I go to the side of her face and I work myself in with my Q-tip, all the while feeling, pointing out. She's got a couple little keratosis. She's got some skin tags around the eye. I'm pointing those out to her. I'm letting her know that she has these. Actually, I was doing this during a mobile visit, and I was set up in the client's home doing this for her. So that was a mole. I did not treat it. So I'm going through everything on her face first, then I'll get to the neck. She also had another mole there. So now this is really what she came here for me to treat. And so I'm pointing out all of the skin tags. Some of them are floppy. I'm telling her, here's a keratosis, here's another. Look at all of these little skin tags. Yes, you've got this one, all the way down into the décolleté. I'm taking inventory of these tags and keratosis all at this time. She has well over 15 there on that side. Now, when we turn her head and we reveal more skin tags, look at all of the other skin tags. She's pretty well covered in those tags. So now last week we did, what would you charge for this treatment? And you guys out there right now, you skin classic experts, what would you charge for that treatment? I know what I charged. I charged $300. And yes, that was probably a little less than some of you might have charged. But again, I'm in one of those small towns too. And so I thought that was a fair price. I was done that procedure in under a half hour. So that was good remuneration. My client was super happy. Her husband was ecstatic. So you can see how this can change somebody's life, and it's super easy. So that was done during a mobile service. So I'll show you all about, I'm going to get to the mobile services as well. Hey, Lorna and Aileen. Great. Okay. And Brenda. Awesome, Brenda. I'm glad you're here. 275. Yeah, that's a great price, Brenda. And you know what? And that 275 probably sounds really great to the client. And again, you would follow up with a follow-up visit, 4 to 6 weeks, $25 for the visit if you have to treat 3 skin tags, or 4 to get them flat, or maybe you missed a couple. That's what you would charge for that. So let me get to the next slide. So this nice lady was also done during mobile services in my town here in Cape Charles. you can see all of these skin tags. And later today, I'll post the actual treatment video in our group, Thermolysis Skincare for Estheticians, so that you can see this skin tag treatment in its entirety. And truth be told, I did remove a few of these skin tags as well as treat the rest. So you'll get to see that as well. This is what you can expect. So after you treat someone, I like to show people the good, the bad, the ugly. But this nice lady right here had some skin tags on her neck. She also had a large keratosis at the top of her breast. So I treated it. A few weeks later, and this took a little bit for it to slough off, but this middle picture was what these large skin tags can look like in between the treatment day and the healing phase. So you can see the picture on the right hand side, just a tiny bit pink, but she is absolutely in love with the way that when she goes to like rub her upper chest here, it's flat. She can't believe it. She's had it for years. So I made her extremely happy to have this treated. So this is the kind of thing that you can do. And something like this for the neck and the décolleté would have probably, but she didn't have as much, but she did have some. She was a $200 client. So that was very easy. Now, I love to show this video because this is one video that really depicts how happy someone can be. Oh, I think maybe I didn't get those other pictures in there. Look at the difference in her face, the smile on her face. Her husband was ecstatic. 1 week later, this is how she looked. So she might have a little dusky, it's not even hyperpigmentation, but her skin tags were dark. So she still had a little leftover darker skin, which can be treated, but she was so happy that she did not care about that. Now, yes. So I don't think you got this picture here. I'm sorry. Yes. And this picture too. So I'm going to show you video on this nice lady later today in my group, Thermolysis Skincare for Estheticians, where I actually removed a few and treated the rest. I'll show you how I did that. And also, let's see. So I told you about this nice lady, ecstatic, but see, you have to show your clients what things look like in between. So you know that when you do get your Skin Classic, you always get a before and after book. And these photos are in your before and after book so that you can show your client how things look before, during, and after treatment. Super important so that they understand that they're going to get a crust. The crust will be there 5 to 7 to 10 days, will fall off, and maybe a little pink afterwards. And it might even, depending on the client, they may take a little bit longer to heal. So don't be alarmed when that happens. The body is different for everyone, but skin is remarkable and heals beautifully. Skin tags, they can occur anywhere. Look at the skin tags on the eye. Again, it's nice and floppy, very soft to the touch. And this was done during a training that I did out in Bozeman, Montana at Aesthetic Medicine. They're a med spa out there. They do beautiful work, but we did this. Actually, this was one of the estheticians that we trained at the same time. So you can see that was just like a week later and just a little red mark left over. And I'm sure you wouldn't even be able to know that it was treated. Now, here's a nice gentleman that I treated, and I have lots of video on him. I might even have it in this training, but he has 2 skin tags. That's all he had. He'd already been to the derm for a lot of keratosis, and so the dermatologist said that he could send him to an ophthalmologist to go ahead and numb those, cut them out, and stitch them up. And he's a friend of mine in the Rotary, and I said, "You got to be kidding me." I said, "I could treat those for you in probably under 5 minutes." He was ecstatic. So this was the skin tag in his office. This was right after the treatment in the middle. So you can see that it sort of blossoms a little bit. And this was him a few weeks later. This was super life-changing for him. He absolutely loved the way his eyes looked, and it didn't take that much time. Again, he was done on a mobile service as well. So let's take a look at this video so you can see the treatment of these skin tags, and you'll see that how quick the treatment is. This video is only like 3 minutes long, so that's about it. And I did numb his eyes with a little Noramed BLT, which I use, and it's safe around the eyes because it is pH balanced. So you can see all I'm doing is tapping and dehydrating. You don't see any smoke. You don't see any sparks. I wanted to see how that felt for him. So I was asking him how that felt, and he said fine. So I went ahead and did my best to dehydrate that completely. So now I'll treat the entire skin tag. Very easy. Oh, Erin, yes, you can get a book. Absolutely. In my store, just go to RN Faces website. You'll see a sign that says go to the store, and you can go get one right in there. You will love it. It transforms your consultations. It really rounds it out well by showing a lot of before and afters of what you're treating. Um, Okay, so Ginny, she's a New Skin Classic provider. You want to know if the skin tags are under the armpit, what happens if it rubs, what's the aftercare? Well, yeah, rubbing will definitely irritate and make it red. Maybe it's sweaty, it's summertime. A little cornstarch never hurts, so that's always a good option for someone. Even in the bra, maybe you might even need to place a piece of telfa if the keratosis or the skin tags were like right in the underwire. And of course, wearing a soft bra would help. But that's what I tell my clients is a bit of cornstarch is good. Nothing that would irritate. Thanks for that question. I appreciate it. Okay, so you see how quick that treatment was. Bang. So if you're doing mobile services, it's super easy to do. You can use a dining room chair. You can use, I have like a special little chair that I take with me, and I'll show you all that in just a little bit. So let me go to the next slide here. So, skin tag, keratosis, they're not exactly the same, obviously, but they fall into the same category. Sometimes people that have a lot of DPN, they have little skin tags, like you saw our nice Indian woman that had the video with all of the skin tags, and she had DPN. So they're intermingled. And so this is also what you can do. And this again, this was a mobile treatment too. I have the videos where you can see where set up in the home and did this procedure for this nice lady. And she was so happy. So you can just imagine the thrill that you will give your clients, all the while becoming the next skin tag queen. And so I'm going to show this one. Let me see if I can do this because let me see for a second here. I'm going to share this in just a second here. This was done by Brenda. If Brenda's here, Brenda Maddow, I think I'm saying that right. She was just in here a second ago. So I'm going to see if she's here now. And okay, so let's see if we can play this bad boy. So you can see that, oh, no, it's not going, is it? Oh, because, there we go. Okay. Hang on. Oop. I'm a mess. I apologize. Hang on, I'm going to do it right now. My internet's just a little slow. Okay, now I'm cooking here. Hang on. So you can see here, you can see that we're dehydrating these tags with our tag probe. And these are large. See, some of them are super large. You're going to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Get that full dehydration process going. And then you're going to take your tag probe, get underneath of it. Yay, Brenda. That's you, Brenda, doing this. This was during Brenda's training. And so I captured her really dehydrating that super great, right? You can see how white it gets, truly dehydrated. Now, if you don't hold it long enough, like this, the clients are going to come back with the skin tag still there or maybe undertreated. So you want to do this super slow and really dehydrate that. Thanks, Brenda, for letting me use this. I absolutely love that video of you doing it. So, okay. So let me. Hide that back here. I have to fiddle around with this a little bit, so sorry about that. But let me go to the next slide here. So for those of you that are in the Skin Classic Master Class, and that means all of you that are Skin Classic providers or have trained with me online, even if you have a different machine, then I want you to join the Skin Classic Master Class. When you do join, please answer the questions, or my trusty assistant Jackie will not gain you access. And when you do go to this page, look at the word guides. I want you to go there. When you go to the guides, then you will see all of the snippets that I have for you. So if you're doing a Skin Classic treatment and say, oh, wow, I haven't treated a really large skin tag in a long time, I'm going to go there and see a 2 to 3 minute clip of how to treat that skin tag. And I'm actually going to load a few more of those today after this broadcast. So you'll see some new guides, new snippets in this guide. So remember, guys, I still can't say it, but thanks. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and gain you all access when you get those questions answered. Make sure you do that. And for those of you that maybe are just hopping on now and you want this slideshow, go ahead and in the comments, put the word queen so that you'll get all the info that's coming up on how to actually be that queen in your area. So we've gone over the kinds of skin tags we're treating, some video, all kinds of things like that. But now, we do need to get to actually, how do we do this? So let me get to a few of these things, because now, you'll get people that will call you. And we just talked about some of the skin tags that Ginny brought up. Skin tags come in utterly all the wrong places. We can treat those, but there are some things that we need to know in order to treat them properly. So, okay, this is a skin tag on a tattoo. So you're wondering, okay, am I going to ruin the tattoo? Well, nothing's ruined the tattoo more than the skin tag, obviously. So you can dehydrate it, just like Brenda did in that last video. You're going to touch this with your skin tag probe, and you're going to dehydrate it. You're going to hold it, hold it, hold it till it starts to really dehydrate. And also what that does is deadens a lot of the nerve endings. So that first touch is the most important touch that you will make on a large skin tag. And then you will go around the sides, kind of lift it and touch, like tug at it and hold it, hold it. Now, if that skin tag was not there when it was put on, then Obviously, he didn't do this around this skin tag. So my guess is that there was not a skin tag there, but there is now. So there might be a chance if the client were to pick or pull at this and make it bleed, that it could be something that would maybe have a white spot there, but not because of hyper or hypopigmentation. We're leveling it at the epidermis. The tattoo is in the dermis. So we're not disrupting the dermis or the ink or the pigment. So if the client, however, really pulls at it and it starts to bleed, well, bleeding occurs in the dermis, and that's where your issue might happen. So, if it doesn't bleed, you should be good, but the client could be the wild card. Here we were talking with Ginny a little bit ago about under the breast. So we get a lot of these clients in our chair, and we can treat these very effectively. But you can imagine it's very hot and very humid in many parts of the US, probably the entire US right now. So if you were treating and couldn't wait till the fall or winter, which still would have a rub, then you just need to counsel your client and let them know to actually wear a bra. Maybe they need to put a little telfa in there just in case it sweats a little, maybe a little cornstarch. So that's oh, thanks, Tina. I'm thrilled. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. So that is something to take into consideration. And let's go to a few more here. Under the arm, we were talking about that too. So anybody will develop friction under the arm. I mean, we don't just stand there with our arms on our hips all day long. So we go about our normal routine, and yes, that will include the arms swinging from side to side. Or back and forth or whatever. But we need to let our clients know that maybe they might need to lay off the deodorant if it's irritating to them. Cornstarch is a good option for under the arms, which will help keep it dry and comfortable. So if you were to treat somebody's skin tags on their neck and under their arms, I guarantee you that about 3 days later or 2 days later, if you took a picture of the neck, you wouldn't have really any irritation unless they have a really big fat neck and it kind of folds over. But under their arms, they're going to be red. They're going to be irritated. You can't help it, but you can suggest some cornstarch, and that will help. But that's just the truth of what will happen under the arms. So we also get skin tags in very private areas, and yes, you can take care of skin tags. And I have done many skin tags in the area of the groin. However, you need to go back to your DermLite days, because you'll be surprised how many people actually think that their genital warts are skin tags. So it's important to actually know the difference of what a skin tag and a wart would look like. These are warts. They're very white, rounded. They're hard. They're not floppy. They're attached more. Look at the one on the right. That's typically like what a genital wart could look like. They're a lot different than that nice, flimsy little skin tag. These are fixed, hard, and you need to look at them with your DermLite. Again, skin tags that are large and dehydrated, in between phase, you will see this type of healing. And I get it all the time. It looks like there's a hole in the skin. The skin will heal. The skin is remarkable. Some people take longer. There are different areas of the body that may do that. Now, if you were to treat, say, something on the nose that's a little bit tight, that too may take a little bit longer. The skin is very tight. The skin under the arms will have friction. There's different areas that heal a little different, but in the long run, everything generally shakes out just fine. Skin, again, is remarkable. This one is a very irritated looking. It's probably one that I would pass on because of its irritation already. I don't want to be the one that gets the client sent to the physician, but this one I may say it's time for you to maybe go to the doctor to get that one fixed because it is irritated. I ask all of you skin classic providers to work on skin that is intact. There should be no dermatological disorder. You should not have anything irritated. So this would be a no-no. just for what that is worth. And again, here is one that was a very large skin tag and in its healing phase. Now you can see how it almost looks a little yellow. So what has happened here is the client has gotten this a bit too wet. Now, we need to keep ourselves clean. We need to get in the shower, get out of the shower, and that means we get wet. But then we want to pat dry. But if somebody were to, say, get into a hot tub and had some skin tags treated under their arms or their neck or wherever, they're going to get this yellow crust that most clients get very worried about. They think it's infected. It's not. You just need to let it dry up again. Use cornstarch, not get it wet, and it will be fine. But these are some things that you will see while you're becoming a queen that you need to explain to your client so that you are a true expert. So giving them all of these case scenarios prior to treatment, you will also be an authority on the topic of skin tags, which again elevates you to royalty. And this is the famous tag probe that we have been working with. And they're also available in my store. And again, so we're not going to remove, we are going to dehydrate. That is the key word here. So if you are in the business, say you want to get into the business, you don't want to tell people, hey, I'm going to start removing skin tags. That's not what you're doing. You're treating them, you're dehydrating them with an electrical current. It's a very low current. It's not the type of current that will zap. It's totally silent. You don't get a zzz, zzz. You don't see sparks fly. You don't get a smell of flesh pluming in your room. It's much more tame than that. Let me see. I don't know if I can. I'm going to share this video too, but let me. What is telfa? Oh, telfa is that little white stuff, Tina, that is in the back of a Band-Aid. You know, that like a side by side. It's shiny on both sides. So it doesn't stick. I am stuck on Band-Aids, but Band-Aids stuck on me, that kind of thing. I like the tag probe, Erin, on the very large types of skin tags. So, yeah, let me just share this skin tag treatment right now. So I'm going to share. Nope. Sorry. I'm trying to do this as quick as I can here. Oh, okay, good. Hang on. Because this is a real, I want to show you how this plays out. It's just not, oh, here we go. Oh, shoot. Okay. Just a second, because okay, here we go. Here it is. Okay, so you can see here, sorry about all that commotion there. You'll see that I moisten it with a Q-tip, and I have my tag probe here too. And I'm just going to touch these kind of lightly, right? Not super hard. And I'm tapping. I wanted to see how that felt for him. He said it was fine. And so they're small, which is a light touch. The larger the tag, the more of a touch and a hold you will do. So that is completely dehydrated. You will see that the others are Some of them are keratosis. They're very light in touch, but you can see how it's totally dehydrated. But if you give the larger tags too light of a touch, you really won't get a good fit, a good dehydration. This was also a little small, but you can see how I'm tapping in rows or actually getting underneath of it. Very tiny. But he had about 8 skin tags, so that's, like, actually worth, like, $200, but, I think that was, like, 9 years ago. I'm not sure what I charged him, but you can see how I'm kind of going in rows, gonna tap it, and it's not super big, not like that large skin tag, so it's always just a little different. I'm going to stop that one there. Good. Okay, so I'm going to move on here. And so this one, okay, so, I know we shouldn't be, oh, I don't know why they won't play that, but what I will do, let me just share this again on my screen here. And I'm going to show you, for those of you that do want to remove a skin tag. Now, I don't like to, be the one to always remove them because it's not part of our scope of practice. But I do like to, I'm just kind of going through, sorry, my videos here. Um, yeah, okay, so I'm going to go to the end of this video and I'll pop it up where we're actually doing the dehydration process. Okay, so just like any of my clients, I tell them, I generally say, do you have any skin tags elsewhere? I treated a lot of sebaceous hyperplasia on his face. For you Skin Classic providers, this is in your manual. It's also on my YouTube. You could go see this. And so let me, I guess I could speed this up a bit here. He has a skin tag, so I'm going under his arm. So this is how you actually remove a skin tag. You get a good set of tweezers, like a 5 Dumont. I like, that's my tag probe. I like a pointy tweezer. Now, you couldn't really see it, but it's a pretty big floppy one. When you are going to tweeze up the skin tag, it's important that you get the points out in front. You don't want to grab it with the points. See how the points are up at the top there? You can grab it. It's a lot more comfortable. You take your tag probe and you just with the point, go ahead and give it some scrapes right at the base. And it generally will not bleed. And it didn't hurt him. It hurts a little. It's a stingle, but you have to constantly pull up on your tweezer so that you continually distract it from the skin. And there you go. So it's a quick fix. But again, this is not for level 1 skincare professionals. Doctors like to do this, not the estheticians and so forth. Do you? So the setting for the skin tag, Tina, is that was when I had an 800 number years ago. This for the skin tags are 30 to 40. Generally, I never have to go above 30, but I think maybe if I had a super, super large skin tag, I may use the dehydration process and hold it longer, maybe at 35 or 40. But the upper buttons on your machine, I do have some medical people, physicians that use this machine, and they do a lot of skin tag removal. So that would be something that that you definitely would up it there. But I never use it at 50, to be honest. It's there though as a setting. Look at all of these skin tags. Now, if you were assessing this client, you would count out all these skin tags. And we had this in our group picture a few weeks ago, and we're waiting on the treatment from this nice client. So we're going to see how this shakes out. But this would be, just for what you see, at least $200 to $300 for this treatment, and it's so well worth it. If you went to the dermatologist, they might charge you $300 for 2 skin tags. So you're way ahead, making people happy. So if you want to start letting people know that you are a skin tag queen, let's go about getting the word out. How are you going to do it? Well, you have to let them know that you do these things. So if you're a nurse, or if you are, let me make sure I'm in here right. Oh, if you are a nurse or you are an esthetician, start getting the word out. And clients don't always know what a skin classic is, but they do know that affordable non-laser treatment, wow, they're in. They're going to be like, great, that sounds good. And she does skin tags. So this is one way. I would love to see, you're all going to get this slideshow. These photos are on my RN Faces page. It's also in our group. So, but if you comment with the word queen, you will get all of this, plus how to go mobile, all this kind of stuff that I have up for you coming up. So I want to answer this. Ashley Lawton says, so say you've got a bikini or underarm wax client with a few skin tags in the area you've just waxed. Would or could you treat those after waxing, or would you have them come back? Well, it's all about the irritation. So if you waxed over their skin tags already and they didn't become irritated, you could. But if you felt like the skin tag was pinker or anything like that, yeah, maybe wait a day and have them come back. But yes, that's a good question. Thank you for that. And because you know what, somebody else might have been thinking that. So okay, so we have a couple of these too. So on your Facebook page, in your Instagram, maybe in your TikTok, use anything that is on my page. You may use on RN Faces page. Grandma, you've got a Rice Krispie on your neck. Well, we can all picture what that looks like. So go ahead and use these. Start putting these in your stories, things like that. Let people know that that's what you do. Maybe they don't even know that you're treating skin tags. So and if you want to market to barbershops, there are a lot of men with skin tags with all kinds of imperfections. Let them know that you're the skin tag queen. Go bring them cards. Let them know. Put this out on your Facebook page. You'll attract men as well. Okay, so I know I'm going to get a little flack for this, but not really. I know this will create the skin tag queen in all of you. Now, this is a full training on how to go about getting yourself on Groupon with the Skin Classic. And I know, and go ahead, if anyone's out there that's used a Groupon already, let me know. We have so many Skin Classic providers that use Groupon as a secret weapon. So the reason this is so important and actually such a great marketing tool is because your probe costs approximately $1. The skin tags are easily treated within a few seconds. So with Groupon, you're not going to worry about the money so much that you're making on Groupon. You're going to worry about getting them into the office for a very quick procedure. Okay, Monica, how does it do with the darker fits? It does great. You can see that we work on the darkest of skins without marks or hypopigmentation. If the client becomes a little dusky after treatment, a little post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, maybe the client scratched it. Generally, it'll just go away. But if the client actually picks and picks and picks till it bleeds, they may hypopigment because they're working in their dermis. But you see us working on the darkest of skins and making those clients super happy. So back to the Groupon. So this is how it works. You will get anywhere from say 25 to 35 to 100. You might treat you might have a Groupon that says treating one or two skin tags for, say, $50. So you're only going to get 25. No big whoop. Look, nobody comes to the office with just two skin tags, especially through Groupon. When they're looking on Groupon, they're looking because they've got a lot of these issues. So when they come in and they redeem their Groupon coupon for the two skin tags, you simply say, okay, which two skin tags would you like? And then you notice that they have a lot more. You're going to give them an estimate for what you can charge for the rest. If you go on Groupon right now and search maybe any big city or any your city and look for Groupon skin tags, you will see how our providers are racking up money with Groupon because you can actually see how many they've sold. So it doesn't even matter the money that they're making through Groupon. It matters because this procedure is so quick. It's not like a facial that takes an hour, hour and a half for what, $85? Or it's not like even an eyebrow wax. It's the cost, the consumable is so low. The treatment is under 5 minutes. And if you do all of your paperwork online, they're not in the office long. So it is the perfect procedure for you to become that skin tag queen on Groupon. I kid you not, this is a full treatment. You'll get it in this slideshow. All you'll have to do is pop it up, listen to it, go step by step, and you will be making lots of money just treating skin tags. But there's more to life than skin tags. There's keratosis and cherry angiomas and all that crazy stuff. So skin tag parties, you could have a skin tag party. It's so easy to do. All you do is get one person to corral some friends, and you've heard some of my skin classic parties in my videos where it's so loud in the background because they wind up bringing their husbands. So you can be super mobile with this. If you're thinking about getting into the business, our machine is super portable. You can take it anywhere. You can set up at anybody. So you can be a concierge nurse going to different establishments. If you're a nurse that does injectables, you want this machine in your office to augment those visits with your clients. You can clear out all of their keratosis and make their injectables or their procedures, whatever it is you're doing, look all that much better. And for those estheticians out there who already know the pricelessness of the Skin Classic, you too can do the Skin Classic parties. If for some reason, maybe, and this has happened quite a bit in the past year, people have lost their offices due to COVID. So hold these parties. It's very easy. I have a full training on how to hold a Skin Classic party. It's just like holding a Mary Kay party or a Tupperware party, but you're a professional and you'll explain, you'll give a preview to all of the guests at one time, and then simply go through and treat every guest. It is super easy and so lucrative. So what a great way to go. So this is me with my mobile services. I have a chair, I have a container. I live in a community with lots of vacation rentals, but I also have an office. So I used to be a lot more mobile, but it's so much easier for me to just do this in my office, but I still do remain mobile, and I go many places with my Skin Classic. This is the full video on how to go mobile, the equipment that you need, the paperwork you need, everything. Also, it will tell you if you are a esthetician. Now, if you're a nurse, you can be a nurse concierge anywhere you want to be. You're working within scope of your practice. You can open your own business as a nurse. As an esthetician, there are different guidelines, different state rules. Some states do not permit you to go mobile, and that all of that information is contained in this video, step by step, state by state, how you can go mobile and how you, if you can't go mobile legally, how you can even in a way of taking care of clients that are homebound, you can go to their homes. So there's, even though your state may not want you to go mobile, there are ways that you can very, very legally. So now I hope that you guys liked that presentation. Let me know in the comments below with the word queen, and I'll take that as a yes that you liked this presentation. Now, I want you all to be skin tag queens because it is such a great way to make a living. And again, skin tags are the one irregularity that everyone is plagued by at some point in their life. So let me just come up here. Sorry about all that. But if you want to get these slides, but more importantly, the videos in these slides are what you're going to want. But also, you can study the pictures again if you're not sure about the warts and things like that, the moles. That will make it a little bit more clear for you. Oh, thanks, Kath. I appreciate it, my fellow Coloradan, even though I'm not in Colorado. So anyway, thank you all for joining in. And if you know of somebody that might like this presentation, it will be available in replay right here on my page, RN Faces. I'm also being broadcasted on YouTube and LinkedIn, so definitely you can catch me there too. Yes. Okay, great, guys. Well, I want you all to have a great Monday. I'm here in my office. I'm getting ready for my Monday as well. So I'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Don't forget, use those derm lights.